Spent too much time in California. Now I got that Rona. Gotta be alone. Staring at my phone. Gotta be alone.
Gotta be alone.
Yes. If you're wondering, is that what a hero looks like? Short sleeve sweatshirt, mussy hair, funny face, slippers? The answer is yes. This is what a hero looks like. This is what all of you should be looking like after 2 weeks without leaving, right? I just happen to have this. This is not from quarantine. This is just a random piece of paper that I like to keep on my desk. Just to remind me. It's out of context, you wouldn't understand. But I think it works in this situation. Stay the fuck home. You know what I mean? It could help. Anyway. This is a podcast. This is the thealoneaviruspodcast. Okay? We're all Alona. We got short sleeve sweatshirts on and a Fitbit for some reason. Might as well just like come up and say no. But like, you know, I'm doing it. The purpose of this podcast today is to really paint a picture of the fact that this health crisis that we are facing here in the United States, in Pennsylvania, is not a United States problem. It is a global problem. And I'm going to try to talk to more people that are experiencing this around the world and to share their experiences and to give us a little bit of perspective. You know, our country is not necessarily handling this problem correctly, but we still do have a lot to be grateful for. And other things, maybe not so much. Other things, maybe we wish we were doing better and had better infrastructure, better people around us to help us. So this podcast, we talked to my friend who's also named Jordan, but he's from Bulgaria, and there they say Yordan, but I call him Jordan because you do what you know, yeah. So he's gonna share a little bit about what it's like to be in quarantine in Bulgaria and what the culture, how the culture sort of collides with these regulations that are happening, and also just sort of presents a more extreme version of what we probably should be doing. You know, it's funny. 2.5 weeks ago, I was driving to Pennsylvania from LA, and I really thought I was going to have a problem getting home because I thought the roads were going to get shut down. I thought there was going to be a ban on all non-essential travel. And not only did that not happen then, it still hasn't happened. And in my mind, it was a no-brainer, like this needs to happen, obviously. And I'm racing home to get home before it happens, but it never happens. And now we're talking about working the other direction and opening things back up. So you'll hear a different account in Bulgaria where the military's in place, the roads are shut down, but Jordan is in good spirits, and you'll hear him, his roommate's in there a little bit, and he's got some music playing, so he's in good spirits. Things are all right for the most part. So here's the podcast, Jordan and Jordan.
No, well, it's good. It's being back home in Bulgaria is kind of weird.
So you're in Bulgaria right now, and I'm talking to people about their experience. This is such a worldwide thing, and just the fact that you and I are both experiencing the same thing pretty much across the globe is fascinating. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. But here in Bulgaria, more or less right now, at the moment, is not that crazy. There's like 200 people infected. We have already some people that have been cured. But for a small country, though, even 200 people still. It's not that much, but everywhere else in Europe is going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in China. I didn't. Now I wish I didn't leave China. That would have been cool. Everybody under quarantine. Oh yeah, right now in Shanghai, there's no masks. You can go out without a mask. It's getting better.
Oh, yeah. Now, yeah.
Yeah.
So how long ago did you leave China?
I left in the beginning of December.
So that was pretty recently.
Yeah.
So what was it like there? Like as you were leaving, was it starting to get weird?
Nah, it came out. It started getting out to what in January? No, it was everything was chill. There was nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think the first documented cases were in November, but I don't think it was that big yet.
No, for documented cases, they say that the virus was created somewhat in December 27th, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How close to Wuhan were you? Like
No, far away from Wuhan.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
hours and hours.
Yeah.
So is Bulgaria under like what's it like? Is it under lockdown?
Oh, yeah. It's hard to say that a Balkan country like Bulgaria is under. We are supposed to be under lockdown. Okay, now it's getting hard. You can't go in between cities. Everybody must be at home. But the thing is, there's so many people outside, man.
Really?
Yeah, especially the old people. The old people are like, I survived the war, man. I'll survive a virus.
I know, and how do you feel about that? Do you think that's like a healthy attitude, or is it scary?
Honestly, I'm not that paranoid about the situation.
Okay.
I'm just I'm starting to get annoyed because I live with a friend, so I can't go out, even though how much I want to, because he needs to take care of his family. So I stay put.
You're taking the quarantine pretty seriously?
Yeah, I'm saying yeah, but no at the same time. Meaning I have friends coming over, but not that much. I like regularly see 3-4 friends that come over, and that's the whole thing. My friends don't go and see other people. We just all come to my apartment all day and we chill here.
But so are you going out less than you normally would?
I'm not going out.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Staying home.
Staying home.
I built a couch.
Wait, did I see that on Instagram?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh.
So, like, when did things start to change?
2 weeks ago, something like that. 2 weeks ago, yeah. I was supposed to. Okay, it was around the 11th, 9th, 10th of March. I was about to go. I was about to go to London to go and see for a master's program. And I had a hunch. I saw that it just had started in Bulgaria. There was like 2, 3, 4 cases, and I had a hunch. I was like, oh, man, this is gonna get more paranoid. So I didn't catch my flight on purpose, and the next day, like the 10th, 11th, it just became crazy.
Yeah.
And with England shutting down the same day, it was yeah.
You're glad you didn't go?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You know, I would have enjoyed a couple of days in a foreign city. I haven't been in I miss traveling.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, you will.
Yeah, I will at some point.
Yeah. I read that there have been 3 deaths, it looks like, in Bulgaria so far. So, small country. I mean, proportionally, you guys are probably doing better than we are.
Oh, yeah, you guys are getting wrecked, huh?
Yeah. What's the healthcare system like? Like, is it ready to handle if things get out of control?
Well, is the country?
Is the healthcare system like? Are there people in place like ready to? I don't know, man. You got to tell me.
Wait, let me ask a friend on his opinion. What do you think about the health?
I already gave my opinion, man, and I just texted that to a friend of mine in UK, man.
So the healthcare system is not ready.
I mean, we have 36 people hospitalized, and it's a bit over now.
Yeah.
So it's already too many.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Man, and the other thing is, man, everybody's buying up all these masks, and right now, like, okay, I read that these masks also don't work because viruses fuck me,
Macro shit.
out of there. Fuck me, I forgot the size. Their numerical value is okay. The viruses are so small that they go through the mask. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's
Maybe.
a specific mask that actually does work, but most of
Yeah.
them don't. Yeah.
Yeah, and they buy like right now, for you to buy a pack of 10 one-time use masks is like $12. And for Bulgaria is a lot, man. This
Sure.
this usually would cost like $2-3 max.
Right.
Everybody is buying them out and selling it for even more money. It's fucking ridiculous.
I did like a limited research because there's not that much about Bulgaria and the coronavirus yet,
Yeah.
at least. But there was something that said that they were trying to like pass some law that said that they had to limit, like they couldn't raise the prices of material goods like after the pandemic started, and it got vetoed by the president. Do you know anything about that? Like I don't think I'm explaining it very well.
Do you know anything about that?
Well, it's not
Come
really.
here. Come over here.
It's not really.
Just come over here. I'll meet you with my brother.
All right. What's up, man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
So tell us about the veto thing.
Mate, I'm not 100% sure, but it's not like really confirmed for the whole system how it works. So it's something like small bullet points of the whole
Yeah.
law. But I don't really know what's happening with that. But it's something about because of the huge customers' demand now,
Yeah.
the prices are supposed to go up,
Yeah.
and that's what happens.
Oh
And
yeah.
the government said that's gonna happen. They raised their fucking salary as well. The
Yeah.
government.
The government raised its own salary. Yeah.
Just theirs.
Just this.
Right. Of course.
I forgot what I was saying.
Anyways, it's a bit.
Yeah,
fucked.
it just fucked up, man.
The politics.
And there was another piece of it that said that they were gonna try to fine people for like traveling or like spreading the disease, but I guess that got vetoed too. But have you heard anything about that? That's kind of crazy.
Nah, I know
No,
about.
because as he said, with the Balkans kind of style of the country, there are people fucking hospitalized in the fucking quarantine in the hospital, and they escape there so they can go in the park, and the police are trying to find them, not like just random people like us, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
That's
tell us
nothing.
what the Balkan culture is like, in case anybody that hears this doesn't know.
Well, the thing is, we have Rakia. Does he know what Rakia is?
No. He was
Fucking really strong.
This is
alcohol-
he was from the TV series I shot in New York. We were in New York together.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you bring Rakia?
No, I
Oh,
did not.
Fuck off. Then. I'm joking.
No.
Well, yeah, everybody's just like, I'm gonna drink my rakia because it's believed that it heals everything. So
Okay.
everybody,
It's an alcoholic beverage, and
Is it like herbal or something? Like
fruit,
fruity?
fermented fruit. But like
okay.
every family has a member of their family making it homemade.
Yeah.
and people kind of look at it like their remedy for.
It's a national
Everything.
drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so everybody thinks you drink that, everything's okay, and you go on with your day.
Interesting. And so what is the vibe like? Are people kind of like is there a bit of panic or is it
Yeah,
pretty loose?
there is panic. Yeah, for sure. I have a lot of friends that are, I think, over dramatized a bit. It goes a bit too far with them. I understand the measures, and but I also read like 80% of the population has to go through it anyways.
Yep.
And okay, don't go out. Limit seeing people close down bars, wear masks and stuff. But I think also there should be now many people don't have work, no projects, nothing to do with their energy, and there's pays, there's rents, there's bills, and this is the kind of thing that Bulgaria is not ready for it, because if this continues, there's a quite big possibility that we're gonna go back to the Stone Age and everybody's gonna start robbing shit.
Well, that's kind of
Also in America, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
man,
right.
If you continue.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, it's not off the table here for stuff like that to start happening too, because people are pretty like everybody's out of work right now, and everybody's like, kind of like, how long can this go on? And I wonder what it's like around the world in other places. Like, ultimately, of course, everybody wants to get back to work, but what are the priorities?
Priorities is to be right now is financially stable.
What up?
Oh, we're doing a podcast for the coronavirus situation in Bulgaria. You want to join?
When?
No.
Right now?
Yeah. This is Steven.
What's up,
Hello.
Steven? I'm Jordan.
He is the guy that takes care of his family, and I don't go out because of him.
Oh.
Well, at least
Now-
you're doing a good thing, taking care of your family, though. Well, I'm in the United States. Nice.
And I'm in my underpants right now, and I'm about to play some Resident Evil.
Nice, man. I'm just doing audio, so you don't have to worry. Nobody's gonna see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So, do you know anything about the president vetoing fucking thing? Doing
What?
a veto
Veto.
Veto.
on something?
Our president?
Yeah, man.
So, see, this is the young community of Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Who, yeah. So, politics in Bulgaria is quite a.
It's so corrupted. Young people don't bother.
No, I just
politics.
work all day. I don't know.
You work all day?
Yeah, I have no time to.
Yeah, he works all day, my ass. Yes, yeah. Anyways.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm about to go take a shower now.
Yeah, okay. Anyways. So, sorry for this intermediate break with Steven.
It's great. You guys are great. So I read, there were like 3 things that I read, and one of them was about that veto thing, and then another one was like that they proposed that military action. Like, does the military get involved with stuff like this? Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
Right now the military is kind of in control also because it's under martial law in a way. We're in a state that emergency state.
State of emergency.
State of state of emergency. So they can close down the city, the roads, whatever, whenever they want, without telling the people just shut off, cut off.
No, but that have to come from the president. It's not like they can.
The military can easily take action also.
No, for the action, like they can check your ID or check your fucking pockets or anything, or they can tell you go fucking home right now, or they can beat you.
But his question, but you're not listening to the question.
But if they making
You're
any
not
like
big. The question is, can the military take over, right?
Yeah, if the president says so. Yeah.
Yeah, but it could get close to that because there's a general constantly threatening about locking people. Right now is I have a friend that her sister came back and she's under quarantine for 2 weeks, and if you go out, it's like 5 years of prison and
Wow.
If you're under quarantine and you go out, you can go to prison and be fined like a lot of money.
And how are they enforcing that?
No, it's just the prison.
Just the prison. Okay,
Yeah.
no fine. Yeah.
Like, is there somebody
Which is just the
watching
prison.
them?
Yeah, the police officer goes every day, passes by and checks up on. Yeah.
Well, that's definitely different than here. I mean, but it also makes sense. I understand it because it's people here are just kind of doing whatever the hell they want and not taking things seriously and just making it worse.
It's in America right now, right?
What'd you say? It cut out for a second.
I said is right now the situation in America is like that. Nobody gives a fuck, right?
It depends where.
It's a big portion of the people, like more of the half of the people in the U.S. don't give a fuck, go out. No.
Yeah, it's hard to say because like the people that I talk to give a fuck, but like everybody in other circles, like you see pictures of people just like partying or whatever, and like on spring break, and you're just like, and then there are people that like we need to work, and it's like, yeah, I understand that, but you need to not die too. Like it's you can't wrangle people here like that. Like military can't get involved.
There was an article that came out about the virus.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have a question for you afterwards. It's gonna be, so the virus is said to be, so it's an article. I don't know if it's true. About them China creating the virus in order to release it in Hong Kong, so to help with the protests and start to calm down the situation, right? Introduce a new problem, and it just went out of the lab. You know, by mistake.
Yeah, I've read.
I've
heard stuff like that too, and I've like heard people talk about that, and I think there was laboratory testing in Wuhan. They have those facilities, but from what I've read, this was like actually traced back to certain animals, and this virus was like, it wasn't. There are these people called like virus hunters. I forget what their official title is, but they like kind of explore different animals to look for viruses that could potentially cause harm in the future. And this coronavirus was documented in animals like several years ago. So we knew about this virus already. So I think there is evidence to say that this actually has lived in animals prior to it coming out and causing this actual pandemic recently. So it's been documented before, like it's been on the record for a while. So I don't think that stuff's true. I hope it's not true, but I don't know.
Because right now, I think the interesting situation is the U.S. is going to suffer a fatal blow, and that China is going to become the leading force, economic force in the world now.
Well, I can't disagree with that.
That's it's an interesting turn of events. You know, it's going to be entering a new phase. It's going to be fucking weird, huh? Can you imagine?
Well, I do think that everything's going to be a little bit different after all this.
Yeah, I know. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more Chinese than we've been used to.
There are going to be changes for sure. Our economy here is already taking a dive, and it's going to take a long time to bounce back.
Man, I don't know what the fuck we're going to do with our careers. It's been now.
Being an artist, yeah, a gig-based economy. I don't know. People always need entertainment, though.
Well, people's gonna watch every single movie ever done so far. So after that,
but there's a law.
But there's a
law right now that doesn't permit you to have more than two people together outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So during the quarantine, they're gonna watch every single movie in history, and they're gonna get gig-based.
But now during this period that we don't have jobs because of this, we don't have jobs.
Yeah.
Thus no income.
Yeah. Well, same here, man.
No, but you're a chef. You can probably find somewhere to work at. There's a lot of restaurants doing food and delivering and stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
So you're in the food industry that doesn't die, man.
That way, man.
You're in the food industry yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out for people like us. You know, like it's definitely a sort of an industry of luxury, of wealth. You know, like it's not need based, right? It's like it's sort of extra. It's beyond food and shelter and like the real like basic stuff. So we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully we have jobs after this.
Yeah. How is it in LA? You moved to LA. I couldn't imagine you moving to LA.
Yep. I'm there most of the time, but I drove back to Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago when all this shit was starting to hit the fan.
Yeah, I saw that Instagram video of yours.
Yeah. Well, that's what inspired me to do this podcast, pretty much.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Where are you putting this podcast out?
I'm gonna put it. It's on Apple Podcasts, and like iTunes, and then I might do YouTube as well.
Nice.
But I got to figure out the video stuff. Like right now, I'm just doing audio. As you can see, I set up this green screen. That's for when I figure out the next piece.
Okay.
Too bad you're not here. Yeah.
But if you want, I can. If you're interested about the situation in China, I can probably swing you over someone.
That would be awesome, man. Like, I don't know anybody out there right now. I don't think.
I can give you in Indonesia, in China for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just anybody that likes to talk and knows English, obviously. But
yeah. In Australia, it also apparently is getting worse. They're on lockdown also.
Well, I do have a couple more questions if you're game.
Yeah, of course.
What if you weren't in quarantine right now? What would you be doing? Do you think?
Oh, snowboarding for sure. Right now, there's a lot of freaking snow outside, man. Or I would have been, snowboarding or. And the other thing, I recently bought an off-road Jeep with a friend of mine, with Stevie, with the guy, the underpantsless guy. It's from 1998. It's a Suzuki Samurai. It's a fucking old machine, and I rediscovered off-roading. So we discovered like these amazing places, and you go with the car through fields. It's amazing. So I would have been doing that also, and probably snowboarding while attached to the freaking car.
Nice, man. So I hope you can get out there and do that soon. Hopefully. What good do you think is going to come out of this situation?
I think it's so hard to tell. There's so much misinformation and information online every day. I even can't say if it's true what I'm reading or not. It's really hard to define what's real and not. But I saw some pictures already that pollution has drastically dropped, I think. The air, especially in Sofia, has got much more cleaner. It's you know when you're in the mountains and you get that first whiff of air, like you just take a deep breath and your lungs fill up and you're like a bit of energy, like a bit of how do you say? You know the feeling, right?
Yeah, sure.
So the same, it's starting to be the same here, and I'm seeing. I think it's good for the planet at all in total, but
yeah,
I'm afraid that maybe only a small part of the people are gonna take that into consideration.
Yeah. Well, that's a good answer. I agree with you. I think that nature is getting to reset a little bit in a way that it hasn't been able to in a long time.
Yeah. It's definitely nice but yeah, the whole thing, the problem is the people start learning, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last question I have, the second to last question I have is, what do you fear most about this situation?
What do I fear the most? There's several things. Okay, on a personal basis, that by the time productions and stuff kick off, I might need to find a job that is not with cinema, because I'm new in Bulgaria, so it's a bit connection-wise is a bit hard, and just starting out here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go back to a call center because it's freaking boring.
Sure.
On a big plan, the bigger scale, I'm afraid of the outcomes that it's gonna maybe could follow through till the end of the year and make it a really shitty year. Meaning I have there's this every summer we do this festival for young kids of 10 days, and we do workshops. I do a cinema workshop. My Steven does crafting workshop. He does a cooking workshop. There's like 25 workshops, and there's like 300, 400 kids that come every year, and it's really cool for 10 days. And
that's the best place to be, man.
Yeah, it's the best thing about summer, and I'm afraid the virus is going to maybe it's not gonna happen this year because of the virus.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
that
lot
would
of-
be a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet it's
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm afraid. There's many things that is not gonna happen probably.
yeah. It's probably not so bad being stuck with a chef though. That doesn't sound too bad, right?
No,
You guys
it's not-
eating well?
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
Okay, so the last question is, how long are you guys prepared to quarantine for? Like, how long? What's the longest you think you could go before you're like, I got to get back to real life?
I'm getting close to that already.
Coming. Oh,
It's been what, 5-6 days?
no, 10 days, I guess.
No, for you 10 days. So it's hard.
Well,
I
talking
can't
from
tell you if it's I just miss being man, the weather is amazing and it's just a huge shame. But anyways, it's if you go to the mountain or anything, I think it's okay because there's no people. You get in your car, you go there, whatever.
Yeah, but the mountains are fucking closed, man.
Yeah. So the
closed.
roads are closed, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks so much. Is there anything else that you want to add, or you don't have to, but it's totally up to you.
Let me think about it. Huh. Do you want anything to add?
I guess no.
No.
I was about to say that coming from a stoner and
Oh, he
procrastinator
comes.
point of view.
My brother, he lives in a city called Pernik,
Okay.
and they recently ran out of water, the whole city, because of the.
Not really recently though. It's
Not-
like fucking
Half a-
4, 5, 6 months now.
For 5-6 months, they ran out of water because the lake dried up because we're idiots,
No weird, but just the government.
Yeah.
Is,
and they've been like 5 months on like only water from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 3
it's
to
like
5.
6 hours a day,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, 6 hours a day.
But now it's better because it's raining a bit more and snowing. But
Yes.
the thing is, I didn't spend any time of that period, like the water period there.
So
I
there
didn't
is-
feel it, but that's absolutely ridiculous.
And
And at the same time, they're telling to a Pernik population, wash your hands every 10 minutes, and there's like water for 6 hours a day.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, so there the situation is kind of more fucked.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, your experience over there is much different. It's so different, but also so similar at the same time to what we're dealing with here. So, thanks so much for sharing.
Anytime.
It's been great.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording.
Okay.
Spent too much time in California. Now I'm in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.